Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Miss J and I am back with another celebrity psychic reading. This is going to be for Miss Ariana Grande. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. I do celebrity psychic readings and I also do monthly horoscope readings as well. So if you would like to know what's going on around Ariana Grande with all of the events that's going on around her, then please keep on watching. And it's very befitting because right now it's raining outside, it's relatively very gloomy. So more than likely I'm already picking up on vibes that she's feeling, and I shuffled all my cards, saged the space up, and this is going to be a very insightful, loving reading, and hopefully we can see if Mac Miller pulls through in this reading, if he has any messages for her. So let's jump in, let's begin, and let's see what's going on. So guys, anything negative, trolling, keyboard killers, you will get blocked, you will get deleted. This video is simply to just shine light and healing for Ariana Grande and just to see what's to come for her. I'm not going to tolerate any rudeness, disrespect, fighting, trolling, none of that. All of it is good vibes over here. So let's just focus on that. And let's just keep the love here. Ariana Grande at this very moment is grieving right now, so we need to just be very actually no, I feel like a lot of us are very sympathetic, at least right now. I feel like if anything, I think it was very fucked up that a lot of people said that Ariana Grande was the cause of Mac Miller's death. And if you guys haven't seen my video from Mac Miller, please check it out. And there was never one time that I saw anger towards Ariana Grande. So people are just really fucked up to say that, being that they're the ones that had a close relationship. They're the one that spoke to one another on a daily basis. So for a group of people to constantly at her that, and she just lost somebody that she loved, it's just shame on anyone that actually at her that, knowing that they had that history and they loved each other very much and it didn't work out. Relationships don't work out, and if they weren't famous, we wouldn't know about these people, okay? But overall, she's going through it. And even though it's been revealed that I predicted that Mac Miller did have a secret girlfriend, I do feel like there's a lot of love for Ariana Grande, and I just want to tap into that and just see what's going on around them, okay? So let me just turn on the light because it is kind of gloomy. What's going on around Ariana Grande? What is going on around Ariana Grande? What is going on around Ariana Grande? What are you doing? Show me Ariana Grande. Show me Ariana Grande. Okay, Ariana Grande, she represents the Temperance card in reverse. Show me Ariana Grande. How is she feeling? These cards are pretty bad. The Hangman. Okay. Just move this here. Okay, happen to know Ariana Grande, if you happen to have like conversations with her, I don't know, whatever the case may be, you can feel free to send her to this video, because again, I'm not really looking for like, I don't know, I just feel like this could be very healing if she were to see this, so she can get something out of it, because she is going through a lot. But I have the Temperance card, and that talks about balance, and that talks about finding like a good, you know, feel of everything. And that card is in reverse. So whenever I see the balance card, and I can explain it to you guys on a deeper level, whenever I see the balance card, the Temperance card, because that's what it means in the original tarot, it talks about being reserved, and it talks about tranquility, moderation, communication, healing, and sobriety. We know for a fact that Mac Miller had drug addiction. He had drug abuse going on with him. He had a lot of things that he had to deal with, and it's just sad that it happened the way that it did. So Mac Miller is acknowledging that he is in a peaceful place, and he's acknowledging that he's finding a lot of tranquility, and he's honoring the fact that they had beautiful communication when they were very close, and they remained very close even after their breakup. And he's talking about creative work, The Temperance card talks about creative work, peaceful mind, a serene presence. So he appreciated how Ariana Grande was very like peaceful and very sweet, very kind, and even though she had her moments of like just kind of being a little bit bratty, because that's what I'm hearing intuitively, she was just a very sweet person, you know, like just very, very sweet, very kind. And granted, we all make mistakes, we all relatively do things that we don't, you know, that we're not proud of, and we own up to it and we apologize for it. But he's acknowledging, despite whatever mistakes she's made, she's a really sweet person. And that's what Mac Miller wants us to know about Ariana Grande. Now, being that the Temperance card, because I said all these positive things about the Temperance card, being that that card is in reverse, it talks about him being balanced where he's at, but for Ariana Grande, she's not balanced, and this card is in reverse. So it's basically talking about an imbalance and a period of calm that is disrupted, outpouring of emotion. It's just, she's not okay, guys. Like, every sense of the word, she is not okay. Okay? So, that being said, because I know for a fact that Ariana Grande is not okay based on what I'm seeing in the cards, we have 8 of Swords in reverse, and we also have 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So she's being very defensive and very protective of her grieving process. She doesn't want to be disturbed, and she doesn't want people in her face. I feel like Ariana Grande is very empathic. So I do feel like even though she's been through some things, she's crawled out of it, but this situation, his death, is really throwing her for a loop, and it's throwing her off balance. I keep talking about balance because she is imbalanced, and Mac Miller is acknowledging that. If you guys watched my Mac Miller video from before, I talked about how he's not leaving this earth until he knows his girlfriend is okay, until he knows the people that he loves is okay. So granted, he did have a secret relationship with somebody. That's what it's been reported, and I did predict that in my last video. But it also said that he's not leaving this earth until he knows that the people that he loves is okay. So his energies is still around, and normally it's very easy to connect with people that have passed on 14 days during like a 14-day period, and after that they become detached and they basically cross over to heaven, and it's a little bit harder to reach for them. It's not impossible, but it's just a little bit harder because they don't want to be on planet Earth. They don't want to stay here. They want to basically go on to the next phase. So it's talking about how she's being very defensive during her grieving process right now. So we're probably not going to see a lot of her. So we get the 5 of Swords, and then we get the King of Swords in reverse, and then we get the Hangman. So y'all remember that she's engaged, and my last reading that I did for her, it was beautiful. I wasn't picking up on anything crazy, because even Mac Miller, his energy is basically like, my death was really sudden. Like, it even shocked me. So, you know, everything happens for a reason, and that's what's so beautiful about tarot, is that normally it does predict things, but we change our mind and we make decisions on a day-to-day basis, and we have the power of free will. Okay, so it's talking about 5 of Swords. There being a little bit of arguing in regards to her career. I feel like she was supposed to have concerts, she was supposed to do certain things to promote her album, but she's not answering her phone, she's not answering her emails, and she's just really like isolating herself right now. And then we have the King of Swords card. Her fiance is growing very like irritated, and he's getting jealous of how much she's grieving someone. Because keep in mind, like, yeah, he's being supportive, but he can only be supportive for so long. Guys, she's like fucking crying and losing it for her ex, okay? Keep in mind, she's engaged. She's crying and grieving and feeling these woes for her ex. And granted, for some people, it just really all depends. That's going to spark up a little bit of jealousy, because this is more so of, well, do you still love him? If he was still alive and he came back, would you have gone with him, or would you have stayed with me? So he's thinking about those things. In all honesty, it's a little bit unnecessary for him to be thinking like that, because she just lost somebody that she loves. Like, relationship or not, they had a friendship, and you know, he passed. So it's not easy for her. And how the fuck is she supposed to grieve? Like, let me just cry one good time and then just be like, okay, I'm happy, I'm engaged? No, like, you just lost somebody that you knew had demons, you knew had problems. They were a very sweet person, and unfortunately they overdose, and it's terrible. So I feel like right now, if Ariana Grande's people is watching this, and if they happen to know her fiance, he needs to be supportive during this time. Not that he isn't, but don't lose touch of being supportive for her, because she needs you right now. And even though she's distancing herself, this is because she's grieving. She just lost somebody that she loves. But unfortunately, not everybody sees it that way, because it's kind of like, okay, I understand you're grieving, but you have to keep moving forward, and people are growing impatient. So I feel like he's being patient, because we have the 7 of Pentacles, but then we have 8 of Cups, and then we have 10 of Swords. So he needs to be a little bit more patient with her right now, because she's grieving. She's not okay. And if they're not careful, like, they could call off the wedding, because she's just not grasping reality right now. I feel like she's not getting out of bed. It's funny because me and my friend, she's also intuitive, and she's a psychic, and she's a medium as well. We were pulling cards for her, and both of us said she's not getting out of bed. She's not leaving her room unless she has to shower or use the bathroom, and she's ordering her food in. Me and my friend, we were discussing that, and I was just like, wow, she's really taking this hard, as she should, because she just lost somebody that she loves. So let me see if there's any messages for Ariana Grande from Mac Miller. Let me see if there's anything that needs to be said to her. I think her fiance needs to be a little bit more supportive right now. Not that he isn't, but I feel like he's starting to grow impatient. He came up as the King of Swords, so that's not what she needs right now. She needs support. She needs support. Then we have this card. First question for Ariana Grande that I would like to know is, my first question in regards to Ariana Grande, any messages that Mac Miller has to say about Ariana Grande and everything that's going on around her. So this energy is talking more so of, I don't want you to lose everything because you're grieving so hard that you're missing your blessings. There's a lot of beautiful opportunities on the table for Ariana Grande. Gifts of money and time and effort, which is 6 of Pentacles. Then we have basically speaking your mind with confidence. So she was supposed to do a lot of interviews this week. She was supposed to do a lot of things in regards to her album and in her career. We have 10 of Cups, so this is talking about her engagement. And then we also have the last card talking about an unwise decision, an unwise choice. This talks about, I believe this is 5 of Wands. And then the last card is the Lover's card. So the energy is more so of, you're missing your blessings by turning down opportunities because of what you're going through. So he doesn't want Ariana Grande to stay in this funk of sadness and all of those things, because he just wants her to be happy, being that I received the Lover's card, okay? Because this is the Lover's card. So there's so much love that Mac Miller has for Ariana Grande, and he wants her to continue to chase her dreams and to continue to move forward. He wants her to continue to not lose sight of everything she's worked so hard for. Basically, he loves her enough to want her to move forward with her life and not be in limbo or be in pain. So it's actually hurting him to see her in so much pain because of his death. So there is a guilt about him dying so soon, because he doesn't like seeing Ariana Grande cry. He wants her to defend her beliefs, and he wants her to speak out in regards to defending herself. He wants her to not let people make fun of her or make people belittle her during this hard time. So his energy is very protective of Ariana Grande. Okay, it's very don't talk to her like that. So Ariana Grande, as she's being very unwilling to make a decision in regards to something that's going on in her life. So I spoke earlier in the reading that her man, her fiance, wasn't really being as supportive as he should. Like, he's trying his best, but it's starting to get to him. So I do feel like, as long as Ariana Grande communicates that she's grieving and she's just not happy, he will turn into the King of Cups. and more than likely the engagement will resume. But if she doesn't communicate, if she doesn't try to be in touch with reality, she can end up losing her engagement. They can end up calling it off. That doesn't mean the love isn't there. It's just more so we can't move forward with a marriage if she's still upset about this, that she's taking it very hard, guys. There's really not much to say other than there's just so many things she wish she could have said. And Mac Miller is just more so of, you're going to let all your opportunities go because of me, and I've done this to you before. I don't want you to do it again. So there's a lot of love here, and he wants her to move forward. He wants her to continue to set the bar, to continue to make her dreams more so come true, because I'm hearing that they used to have a lot of deep conversations about where they want to be in the next couple of years, and he doesn't want Ariana Grande to lose sight of that. He doesn't want her to slip into a depression because of his death, because more so I'm hearing it was meant to be. Everything that happened, it needed to happen, and I didn't want it to happen, but I was called. So you have to make sure that you continue to go on, and I'm always going to be here. His energy is very protective of Ariana Grande. So for all the people that said that she's the reason why he's dead, like, it's just so sad. And that's hitting her hard too, because she's thinking to herself, maybe I could have stayed longer, maybe we could have worked it out. And his whole, Mac Miller, from what I'm getting in these cards, his whole standpoint is, I don't want you to live in the past, because everything that happened needed to happen, because I was in no position to give you what you want, because I couldn't at the time. But this new man that you're with, maybe he could. The more you live in this pain, the more so this wedding is not going to happen. Ariana Grande is having memories of love, so she's thinking about him heavily. And I do feel like, because Mac Miller is telling her, she's receiving dreams about him telling her, stand your ground, him telling her, make sure you speak your truth, you need to stand up for yourself, don't just disappear and let these people say these things about you if you know for a fact that it's not true. So I am seeing that as well. The transformation card, he wants her to get out of this. He wants her to crawl out of this, because he is saying from heaven, from a higher place, that I'm okay. His energy is very protective of her. Very, very protective of her. And the triumph and success card comes up. So once she openly starts gaining her strength back, she's going to start doing things again, but it's just relatively very hard for her to move forward. It's very hard for her to get out of this, because there was so much love here. They had a soulmate connection, guys. They did have a spiritual connection. I'm not trying to take away from her fiance, because if anybody knows, there's more than one soulmate. Normally it's two, and if you're lucky, you get to bump into your twin flame. But these two were soulmates. They just weren't able to make it in this lifetime, okay? But however, they were soulmates in a sense of, let's just be friends and let's just always have each other's back. So the love was never lost between these two, even though people are making up shit like, oh yeah, she's the reason why. It was all love on both of their ends. So it goes to show you, yes, you know, this channel, it talks about things that do happen behind the scenes in regards to emotions. I am able to tap into that, but of course I'm not sitting in the room and I'm listening to every single thing that they're saying. Of course I'm not in their bedroom or I'm in their car. Like, if anything, I'm able to pick up on the energies of what was discussed, and I get glimpses and things here and there, but nothing beats actually being there. So nobody truly knows what the fuck they actually talked about unless they decide to talk about it, okay? So this is why I try not to be like, yeah, I know everything. It's just I have a feeling and my soul is telling me yes, but until it's confirmed and until they say anything, it's just, you know, basically, like, come on, like, if it's spiritual, if it's through cards, if it's through readings, it's just basically, it's my cards against facts, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of spirituality. It's more so of believing in it, okay? It's more so of believing in it, and then you see it manifesting, and then it validates, and then when you see the predictions come true, you think about this reading, or you think about other readings that you've seen, and it just confirms everything that that reader has said. And that's because psychics, we're able to tap into that energy. We're able to communicate with people that have passed. And it's very, very intense. It's very intimate. It's very powerful to be able to do that. And all of you could also be spiritual as well. You're able to see things and do this and that. But maybe some of you are not willing to, like, you know, expose it to everyone, because to be really honest with you, not everyone is willing to share their gifts with everyone, and that's completely fine, because whatever God gave you, it's your choice on what you do with it. So I do feel like we will never know exactly what they spoke about in private, but from what I'm seeing, they made an agreement. From what Spirit is telling me, they made an agreement. No matter what happens, we're always going to be friends. We didn't make it as a couple, but we will be friends. We will always have each other's back. We will always love each other no matter what. That was the agreement that they made. And of course, not everybody's going to understand that. Of course, your new fiance or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, they're not going to understand that, but they made that deal. Okay, so Ariana Grande, if any of her people's listening to this, Mac Miller's energy wants her to push through and wants her to not be in limbo and not feel the pain that she's feeling. Her to grow. He doesn't want her to be in pain. It really hurts him to see her in pain. It does. It hurts him to see her in pain. And I remember in the Mac Miller video, it talked about, more than likely, I'm not going to be able to leave until I know that they're okay. The spiritual union card. When Ariana crosses over, when she passes away, which is when Ariana Grande grows old and she goes to heaven, it's going to be a Titanic moment. Have y'all ever seen Titanic? Remember when the main character, she passed away? She was like old age, like she lived a long, beautiful life, and it just showed everything unraveling, everything being beautiful, and then she just walked up the stairs and she saw Jack. She walked up the stairs and she was reunited with someone that she truly loved once again. And love is beyond physical emotion. It's energy. It doesn't die. It doesn't evaporate. When you truly love someone, it's never going to fizzle out. So with Ariana Grande, understand that when you are like 90 or 100, you're going to see him again. That goes without saying, and he's going to be right there. You guys have a soul connection, and it's beautiful. And for right now, you're grieving that pain because you feel it. You're grieving that pain, and she feels that he's around her too, guys. She does. They have a spiritual union. They have a spiritual connection. So it's beautiful. And all honesty, I've read for a lot of people. Some I've made videos on and I upload it, and some I haven't gotten around to uploading it yet. But by far, this reading and 2 other readings are the only ones that like reached into my soul, and you really truly see love for what it is. And it's a love that's beyond sex. You understand? That's a love that I wish every single person that's watching this video, they're able to experience. A love that's beyond sex. It's loyalty. It's I will always be there for you. It's kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is true. It's all of those beautiful things, and that is what Ariana Grande and Mac Miller had. So my condolences again goes out to Mac Miller, and my condolences goes out to Ariana Grande, because I feel her pain. But you know what? The next card I'm pulling out, the choose wisely and the reward and recognition. When she emerges, people are going to celebrate and embrace her. I am seeing love for her, even though there was so much hate in the beginning, and this is going to fire her up to get back to her dreams. Mac Miller is going to appear to her in dreams for her to get up. You have to keep going. You have to keep trying. You can't just stop, because he wants her to be married and have kids. He wants her to be happy, even if it's not with him, and that's love. He's passed on, and he's now watching over her, protecting her, and as well as protecting other people that he loves and he holds dear. So Ariana Grande, if any of your people is watching this, again, my condolences. I wish you nothing but the best. Come back when you're ready. No rush. And for all of Ariana Grande's fans, be extremely patient with her, because she is taking this very hard. And she's a Cancer. She's a Cancer sign. They don't take this very well. Like, they are the most emotional signs in the zodiac. That doesn't mean that they're wimps, because that's not true about Cancer. It's just more so of when they love you, it runs deep. So that is what I'm seeing. Okay, it runs deep. So she's taking this very hard. So prayers and shout out goes to Ariana Grande. Her reading is still beautiful. Just she has to make sure she's not grieving to where she loses her fiance, because he is getting a little jealous. But overall, I still see happiness and beautiful energy around her. And Mac Miller is going to continue to watch over her and protect her. So that is what I'm seeing for Ariana Grande. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really means a lot. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and tell me how you guys feel, okay, about this reading. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.
If we walk, baby.
It's for me.
No.
It makes me happy.
Please, I'll tell you the story as many times as you want.
Okay.
But we realized that if we